Hi there. My name is John Stevens. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree or the junk drawer, or the kids' room, or the garage. That is how we've been doing it. And I'm working a cold. I just came down with this yesterday. So, yes. All right. I've got the Theraflu and all of those kind of things. But anyway. This is for the 18th Sunday after Pentecost. We are looking at the gospel lesson. We're kind of looking, it could be the gospel lesson and the first reading, but we're looking at giving thanks, where the 10 are healed and one turns back and gives thanks. And so there's healed and being made well and all of those different things. And so, yeah, we're talking about giving thanks. And I've used a couple of these in previous children's sermons, and I always say, if it's not broke, why fix it? And it's 3 years ago that we did it, but a couple of springboards for this. One is thank you cards, to talk to the kids about sending a thank you card. If you're doing this for a Sunday school, you could actually create, so you can make thank you cards where you send them and the kids decorate them. So you've got thank you cards for giving thanks. You've got gratitude lists, a thank you list, because sometimes it's hard to actually feel thankful. And we're like, okay, so let's think about the things that we are thankful for, and we can give those, and we give thanks for those. Um, Different directions about giving thanks. Let's see. I'm gonna pull. I was working on this earlier this morning, and I just want to make sure that I have all the so thank you cards. Oh yeah. So the so thank you cards. One of the things I was thinking about is that if you have people that clean the church, if you have, like, it can be a cleaning service, or it could be here at Zion we have a quarterly system where people sign up for different sections of the church and they clean it. And so you could actually have a point in that in the children's sermon where you thank them. And it's kind of a tying into the gospel and the first reading about cleaning, about being clean, and just a way of thanking someone that sometimes it's a thankless job many times. So to lift them up. We're moving into the point, even though we're not even Halloween yet, there are Thanksgiving items out there in the store, so you can pick up some of those about giving thanks. So a couple of the springboards there about lifting up, about giving thanks. The other one, and I've taught this a while back, and if you didn't use it, this is a good way to use it, is the Wordless Grace. And it's another way of giving thanks, that sometimes we can give thanks, but with not by our words, but by our actions, about how we treat someone and things like that. And one way to introduce that is through the wordless prayer, or the wordless grace, which is God, for the food, you're rubbing your belly, I could stand up, but for the food, we give you thanks. So we give you thanks. You could also look up and learn the ASL, American Sign Language, word for thanks, and different ways like that. There's so many ways that we can say and act thankful. And so tying that in from the gospel lesson to how we respond to God's grace and God's love, because ultimately we give thanks to God's love by loving others. We don't do it to get God's love, which is one of the things in there where the the um, the 10 are healed, and then one turns back and gives thanks. They're not healed after he gives thanks. Jesus says their faith has made them well. So I think there is something that when we live out in a spirit of gratitude and thanks, it can change how we see the entire world. And that's one of the things about creating like a thank list, a gratitude list, things that we are thankful, because it can help us remember that we have things to be thankful for, and we give thanks to God. So, all right, I hope these are springboards. I love the idea of thank you cards. I love the idea of lifting up those in our congregation. Maybe it's your church admin. This month is Clergy Appreciation Month. So if if you're a Sunday school teacher or a youth leader, and this might be a time that in that children's sermon you lift up and you give thanks for clergy in your midst, and specifically say thank you. So, all right, I hope this can be a springboard for your own children's sermon. Thank you so much for being with me in this way this week, spending time with me in this week, and thank you for your partnership in this ministry, and thank you especially for the love that you're sharing with your kids and your congregation and your families. You, my friend, are rocking it. And if you've made it this far, I've got my Advent devotional is out, and there's a link in the show notes that you can pick that up. I also have a PDF, and I have a deal that if a congregation wants to use the PDF, you can buy the books, which is great, hardback, and not hardback, but softback. But then the PDF, I've got a sliding scale. So like if you wanted to use the PDF and you worship 50, there's a certain price. But anyway, you can reach out to me. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week. Peace.